Thank you for tuning into Hornbill TV's Prime at 9. I'm Akivito, and now the news in detail. In a major drawback for the National People's Party prior to Nagaland Assembly Elections 2023, District Unit Presidents of Mon, Longleng, Tuensang, Kifri and Mokchung, National People's Youth Front and State Women Wing declared a mass resignation from the party today. 21 members of the NPP Nagaland declared their resignation, expressing loss of faith in State President Andrew Ahoto's leadership. The former General Secretary of NPP informed Hornbill TV that the list, which was provided today, does not include district office bearers and block level workers, else the resigned members are higher in number. Let's have a look at the detail.
Well, first of all, my name is Lima Longcomer. I'm the National Secretary, and in state I'm also the General Secretary organization. The reason why we are gathered here today is all about mass resignation of the party from the active and primary membership of the party. Well, as we all know, we all face turbulence in any kind of organization. So even in politics, even in political organizations, today, why mass resignation is happening is because the ongoing circumstances which we are facing right now. It is not possible for me nor my colleagues who are seated here today from the state as well as from the district. I, being one of the founder members since the inception of this party in the year 2017, 2nd of December we launched this party. But unfortunately, and I express my deepest regret on being a member of this party, as the party failed to control its functionaries. Well, today we have, as a mass resignation, we have drafted a letter to our National President, Shri Conrad K. Sangma, and let me read out the letter. To the National President, National People's Party, New Delhi. Subject, mass resignation. Dated 27th of June, 2022. Sir, with deep regret, we the following undersigned officials from the parent body and also from the National People's Youth Front, State Women Wing, and the district units of Mon, Longleng, Tuensang, Kifri, and Mokokchung, led by representative presidents, tender our resignation from various posts as well as from both primary and active membership of National People's Party with immediate effect, as we have lost faith in the leadership of Dr. Andrew Ahoto Sema, President, Nagaland State. That, sir, we have served the party with utmost dedication, and it was honor to work under your dynamic leadership. We also take this opportunity to convey our gratitude for giving us the platform to serve the party. We wish you and MPP a success. Thanking you, signed by Lima Longkoma, the National Secretary and the General Secretary Organization, Nagaland State. Copy to Shri Thomas Sangma, National General Secretary Organization. Number 2, Shri James Sangma, National General Secretary, Nagaland in charge. And last but not the least, Dr. Andrew Ahoto, State President, Nagaland NPP. So this is the letter which we have drafted today and will be submitting to the concerned person.
We are not resigning here to join any political party. Okay? I mean, we are here because despite our repeated appeal made by the selective and senior party workers, there are many issues. I'm not going to give all the internal party things that happens, but mainly is like we have lack of consultations, political consultations, and also on many occasions state leader has acted contrary to the constitution, which is not acceptable for us, and this is one of the reasons that we have decided to part ways. We have, as per the provisions of our constitution, we never acted, above the constitution. Whatever our party constitution allows us, and we have, under the provision of our constitution, we have asked the central leadership to address these issues. But however, since we didn't get any kind of complete solutions for our problem, we decided that it's time for us to move on.
First of all, it is very sad for us also to leave the party. That situation compelled us to tender our mass resignation. That's all because of no roadmap for the district. I'll just speak to the point only. And then no political leadership. We wanted to bring change by working at grassroots. No political consultations at district level, and moreover, like no strategy in the district and poor coordinations. And it is very sad to say that since inception, especially in my district, we are running without even the party office also. And I believe the same thing is in the other district also. And then that is why we are not able to reach out and take the vision of the party at the grassroots level and carry forward the aspirations of the people.
And as far as the state executive members are concerned, say out of 100%, 80% stakeholders of the party has resigned.
A panel discussion on oil and natural gas exploration and production in Nagaland was held today at Seminar Hall, Dimapur Government College. During the panel discussion, V. Kashiosangtam, Minister, Soil and Water Conservation and Geology and Mining, stated that untapping of crude oil is a huge revenue loss. In this regard, Sangtam added that the government is hoping to expedite oil exploration and production in the future. Mon Lumoki Kon, MLA and advisor, IT and Communication Science and Technology and New and Renewable Energy, was also part of the panel discussion among other experts. A high-powered delegation of the Janata Dal United will be arriving in Nagaland on June 29th. Apart from paying tribute to Jay Prakash Narayan, the objective of the visit is not yet known. Rajiv Ranjan Singh, MP of Lok Sabha and National President of JDU, Afaq Ahmed Khan, National General Secretary and Northeast in charge, Kaushalendra Kumar, MP Lok Sabha, Rampreet Mandal, Lok Sabha MP, Neet Prasad Hegde, MP Rajya Sabha and Harshvardhan Singh, also National General Secretary, are scheduled to arrive. The press communique from the Nagaland unit's president further stated that the JDU may not be able to accommodate the requests of civil society organizations for interaction with the delegation and expressed regret. Chief Secretary of Nagaland, J. Alam, announced that the Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will be attending the Nagaland CSR and Investment Conclave 2022 scheduled to be held on 4th and 5th July 2022. He stated this while addressing the AHODs and HODs meeting on 28th June 2022 at the Nagaland Civil Secretariat Conference Hall, Kohima. The Chief Secretary stated that the CSR Conclave was the first of its kind in Nagaland, which is being organized by the Investment and Development Authority, and he reminded all government departments to give full attention towards the success of the program. The conclave is aimed at highlighting the business and investment potential in the state and providing opportunities to make CSR interventions and investment plans in the state. The conclave brings immense opportunities for the CPSE and private stakeholders to explore partnerships, announce their investment plans and development projects in the state of Nagaland that has enormous growth potential. State Function for Cleanest ULBs and Wards Award 2022 Nagaland was organized by the Urban Development Department at Capital Convention Centre, Kohima on 28 June with Chief Minister Nifu Rio as the special guest. Addressing the gathering, the Chief Minister said that the competition is a challenge for everyone and it would carry a positive message. He stressed for the need for awareness and cleanliness to make Nagaland garbage-free and added that the movement should become a way of life. Rio called for awareness from the village level to cities. He highlighted the need for innovations and initiatives in urban areas with proper roads, drainage, waste management, etc. He also informed that he would be taking up with the Department of School Education for imparting cleanliness to students as it is a civic duty. Rio lamented that towns in Nagaland face many problems due to the lack of proper town planning. He stated that there is a mad rush of urbanization where people come to the urban areas for various opportunities and there is a need to cope with the demands. When urbanization comes, the economy grows, he added. Rio also highlighted the need for parks in towns across the state.
We don't have proper town planning. We don't have the bylaws. And therefore, we face a lot of problems to upkeep our city clean, our amenities like road, street lights, or water supply, and our shops and markets are placed haphazardly. And therefore, it is a challenging task for the administrators to handle. But the department is supporting and the community also realizing the importance of keeping your town clean. And that's how there is a positive development and it is getting better and better. Today's program, though it's a small thing, but it is very significant. And I feel that Nagas as a person, we are educated. We are educated society, but we are not a refined society. We have lots to learn. We're a long way to catch up with others. Therefore, our combined efforts will make a difference.
Delivering the keynote address, Advisor, Urban Development and Municipal Affairs, Dr. Nikisali Kire said that giving the awards to the cleanest urban local bodies and wards was decided in 2021 and added that it was a suitable occasion to encourage the ULBs and wards who are not doing very well. Stressing the waste management problem, he said that it was a huge task to segregate and separate wastes, and he encouraged the people to work together in overcoming this obstacle. Kire said more awareness of waste management is needed so that the environment becomes more livable. Kire thanked the urban local bodies, wards and the administrators for coming up with innovative ideas and for working along with different organizations in keeping their town clean.
She will also explain what parameters we are following to select which one is better than the other. And I will not state anything on that. But what is also needed to assess and know the on-ground situation, including the challenges faced by the ULB. Like I mentioned, it was in June, 10 June, when this decision was taken. A competition based on different management, special emphasis on plastic-free vis-a-vis single-use plastics, then the Resolve 75, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. These are issues which will be explained later. That will definitely show a marked improvement, cleanliness, and that will also bring satisfaction to people who come to see. And therefore, I thank all of you again, and I hope our mission director will explain how the selections are being done. Otherwise, some people may think that we are being very, one-sided and trying to select people. Thank you once again, and I hope you have a good time. Thank you.
The best performing ULBs were awarded in 3 categories. In Category 1, Chumugidma Town Council was the winner, while Futsero Town Council and Aboy Town Council came in as the winners in Category 2 and Category 3 respectively. 3 special category awards were also given out. Best performer in terms of effort went to Twensang Town Council. ULB with the best innovative solutions went to Futsero Town Council, while Tuli Town Council won ULB with best community mobilization. The Nagaland government on December 20th, 2021 announced 3 new districts: Chumugidma, Newland and Semenyu. And today, the PHED Minister, Jacob Jimomi, officially inaugurated Newland as a district at the Newland Public Ground. Addressing the attendees, Jimomi said that the government of Nagaland made no mistake in declaring Newland as a district and was a great foot forward by the government. In connection to the delimitation issues, he said that till final delimitation is not done, all area representatives, including himself, will work together to come to a solution. The program was also attended by Advisor, Sericulture, Excise and Minority Affairs, Jaleo Rio and MLA Ajito Jimomi. Several leaders of various Sumi organizations also delivered short speeches on the occasion. PHED Minister also spoke to HornbillTV after the program and highlighted on what's the way forward now for the district.
On December 20th, it has been declared a district, and today it has officially been declared as a district. So what will be the developments that will be taking place in Newland now? What will be the next step? And we've already seen a lot of developments also, but officially what will be the developments we'll be seeing?
Now we have in the pipeline several infrastructural programs, especially in the road sector, education sector and the medical sector. So I'm confident that the government under the leadership of Honorable Chief Minister Nefirio, considerations will be done, though perhaps not immediately since we have resource constraints. But definitely it is going to be our priority to give basic infrastructure development, not only in the Newland district but the few districts that has been declared by the state government. Yeah.
A recent international study from the University of Missouri School of Medicine and researchers in Israel found that sleep-deprived doctors show less empathy for patient distress and that this impression affects their prescribing behaviors. The findings of the research were published in the journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences.
You wake up and you bang your face against the almirah and it knocks your 2 favorite front teeth out. So you go to a dentist, and you know what? If the dentist prescribes you paracetamol for your 2 front teeth, you are going to have serious trust issues all your life. It's not that your dentist was incompetent, he was not unqualified. There might be just a different reason altogether. In fact, a recent research in Israel has shown that doctors who are sleep deprived are less likely to perceive your pain, and this affects their perception of how much pain you are in, and this also affects their prescribing behaviors.
The study tested 31 resident physicians in Israel who were just starting their day and 36 just wrapping up a 26-hour shift. They read through a clinical scenario describing a female patient with a headache and another scenario describing a male patient with a backache. The physicians then answered questions about the magnitude of patients' pain and reported their likelihood to prescribe pain medications. The doctors wrapping up their shifts registered significantly less empathy for the patients than those just starting. Pain management is a major challenge, and a doctor's perception of a patient's subjective pain is susceptible to bias, said co-author David Kozel, MD at the Mary M. and Harry L. Smith Endowed Chair of Child Health in the MU School of Medicine. This study demonstrated that night shift work is an important and previously unrecognized source of bias in pain management, likely stemming from impaired perception of pain.
To make sure that the findings were verifiable and tenable, the researchers went through more than 13,000 medical records of patients who were coming into hospitals in the United States and Israel. It was found, according to the research, that the tendency of night shift physicians to prescribe painkillers was much lower than those working in the day shift. This meant that Doctors who were sleep deprived or who did not get sufficient rest did not perceive your pain, no matter how severe, as much as they might have been required to do.
To verify their findings, the researchers analyzed more than 13,000 electronic medical records, discharge notes involving patients arriving with pain complaints at hospitals in Israel and the US. The study found the physicians' propensity to prescribe analgesics to patients presenting with severe pain during the night shift was 11% lower in Israel and 9% lower in the US. According to the researchers, the results highlight the need to address this bias by developing and implementing more structured pain management guidelines and by educating physicians about this bias.
Now you know and have an idea about how the quality of your doctor's sleep might also in some ways affect your treatment. Of course, however, for now we don't really advise you to get in touch with your doctor and ask him about how he slept before you go for your consultations. Al Muli, HornbillTV.
Amid the political crisis on Maharashtra triggered by a rebellion by a large section of the Shiv Sena MLAs who are currently camping in Assam, sources have now learned that they are likely to stay for more days at the Radisson Blu Hotel in Guwahati, where they have extended their stay in the hotel till July 5th. The political tussle in Maharashtra between Shiv Sena and the rebel group led by Eknath Shinde has now reached the Supreme Court. The pleas filed by the breakaway camp challenged the disqualification proceedings against Shinde and 15 other rebel MLAs. On Monday, a separate plea was filed by Shinde in the top court regarding the safety of the legislators who have challenged party chief and Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray. A bench of Justices Surya Kant and J.B. Pardiwala heard the pleas on Monday. And that was all for this hour's bulletin. For more news and updates, stay tuned to HornbillTV. Goodbye.